Okay, we're going to start in our kneeling position. Okay, so sorry if our head gets chopped off here. Kneeling nice and tall. Think about that posture as normal, okay? So feet are directly behind you. Okay, try and keep those feet in line with your heels. And the hips are stacked nicely on top of the knees. Shoulders are back and down, arms are down by your side. And again, just check that breathing. Are we breathing through those ribs? Is our core switched on? If it's not, take a breath in. Fill the lungs, exhale and engage. We want at least a 30% connection there, okay, throughout this session, and we want to maintain that connection. If at any point, which we all do, you lose that connection, just start again. Inhale, exhale, switch it back on, okay? So we're going to start just kneeling. We're going to bring one leg up so that we're in that nice angle. So the knee and the ankle are directly underneath each other, and the hip and the knee are on the other side. And for now, I just want you to do some pelvic tilt. So you're just going to tilt the pelvis forward. So you should feel a nice little stretch in this leg here. And relax. And tilt. That's it. So just give me a few more here. So you're just squeezing your bottom, tensing up, pushing that pelvis forward and relax. Excellent. Okay. We're going to stay on this side, but we're just going to move that leg a little bit further forward. And then I'm just going to ask you just to go further into it and just sit into it. That's it. So again, this is why you might, if you've got a mat, you want to double up because you might feel a little bit more pressure on the knees. And we're just going to push forward and then slowly come back. Not all the way, we're going to push forward and back. That's it, nice and controlled. One more time. When we're here, we're going to see, can we place our hands on the floor? If you can't, it's absolutely fine. We're just going to hold the position and just breathe through it. Okay, from here, keeping this foot on the floor, we're pushing back. So we're pushing this our bottom back, straightening the front leg, and I want you to come back as far as you can. You might be able to sit down on this back leg. If you can't, that's fine. As long as you're feeling a stretch through that front leg, that's what's important at this moment, okay? Just breathe. Excellent. We're slowly going to come up, and from here, we're going to change sides. So, restacks of the knee and ankle first, okay? And then we're just going to do our pelvic tilt, so tilting forwards and back. That's it. Nice and controlled. Okay, let's do one more. And then we're just going to move that foot a little bit further forward. And we're going to sit into it and just go with that stretch. Hold it for a second and then just push back up. And then slowly come back down, nice and controlled. Excellent. And one more time. Just trying to deepen that stretch. Even if it's a millimetre, it counts. Okay. Placing the hands on the floor if you can. Just lean into it. You should be feeling this in the top of the hips at the front. All right. And then pushing back, keeping that front leg nice and straight. We're going to sit down again. Don't worry if you can't sit on that back leg. Keep the toes pointed. Excellent. Now feeling a stretch down the back of this straight leg. And this is tighter on this side and the other side. So don't worry if you've got that. That's quite common. It's just to be aware of it. Okay, and seeing what you can do. Excellent. Slowly come back up. Right, we're going to go into our all fours position now. So, knees directly underneath your hips, making sure when you're looking through the legs, your feet, legs should be about hip width apart. Now, hip width is basically about a fist. So just pop your fist between your knees And if it's about that, then we're good to go. Making sure when you're looking through, you can't see your feet. You want your hands directly underneath your shoulders. So wrists, elbows, and shoulders nicely stacked. Now, if you are going down onto your hands and you don't have any problems with your wrists, that's absolutely fine. If you do have any issues with your wrist, you can come up onto your knuckles and it just takes that pressure and that bend out of the wrist there, okay? So from here, we're just going to go into our cat-cow. So we're just going to take a breath in. Exhale. I'm going to peel that spine up. So imagine you've got a piece of string and it's pulling you up. Arms and legs are not moving. Inhale, we're going back in the opposite direction. Excellent. And exhale up. Nice and controlled. And just move in a way that feels comfortable for you. A nice controlled pace. Use your breath. Excellent. Let's do one more, each direction. Okay, we're going to move this cat to the side now. So just come around to the right. Okay, and from here, we're just going to arch up. And into the cow, arching down. Again, just listen to your body. How does it feel? Is there anything niggling, anything you've not been aware of until you're doing this stretch? Or maybe you noticed it but not thought about it, and maybe this is helping. Hopefully it's helping. Okay, we're going back to the centre and round to the other side. Okay, we're going to arch up. Inhale and dropping down. Excellent, nice and controlled. Last one. Back to neutral and back round to the centre. Okay, so staying in our all fours position, we're going to take our right hand and we're just going to place it next to our ear, okay? So our elbow is going to come up and out and we're opening up the chest. Now don't worry if you're limited, all right? It just depends. If you've been working round at a desk, it might be tighter, and we're going to draw that elbow towards the other elbow and then opening it back up. That's it, nice and controlled. Use your breath. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Okay, let's do two more here. Excellent, bringing it back. We're going to switch sides. So left hand to left ear. Elbows going up and open, twisting around. Inhale, bringing it back to the inside elbow. Exhale, up and open. Okay, let's do two more. Excellent, and bringing it back. Now if you need to, Just shake the wrists off just a little bit. Okay, we're going to go into our thread the needle now. So I take my left hand and I'm just going to bring it through here along the floor. Aim is to get the shoulder onto the floor and drop the opposite shoulder down. Hold this here. Just do a few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then we're going to push up with the hand that's on the floor. Bring this arm through and place it back. So we're taking this arm through now, going underneath the opposite arm. As I say, the aim is to get the shoulder on the floor so you can rest the head, but don't worry if you can't. Don't force your body to do something that it can't or doesn't want to do today. And again, pushing through the hand that's on the floor, bringing it back. Let's do 2 more on each side here. See if you can get a little bit further each time. Nice and controlled, bringing it back. Slowly coming up. 1 more on each side. Pushing up. And again, round we go. And slowly come up. Okay, we're just going to sit back down here. And I'm just going to put you into shell stretch. So we're knees together, feet together, curl up and bring your arms around towards your feet, resting your head on the floor. And just taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose. Filling the lungs, you feel the back stretch. Exhale out through the mouth. 2 more. Exhale, bring your hands forward and slowly unroll, unfold. Facing first, rolling that spine up, shoulders into place, and then head. Excellent. We're going to come into a seated position. So you've got a couple of options here, straight leg ahead or cross-legged, whichever one you feel you can sit taller in. If you can't sit cross-legged and you feel like your straight legs, the knees are coming up off the floor, if they're here rather than here, okay, you can sit on a book or a block or something like that, okay? I just again want you to sit with your feet hip width apart. Now that's not a really wide stretch. Take your fist, place it between your knees, and that is your hip width, okay? So sitting nice and tall, we're just going to go into a nice spine stretch. So we're just going to take a breath. Arms are going to be in ahead of us. We're going to inhale. We're going to exhale. We're going to reach forward, stretching out, and then just hold the position here. Taking 3 deep breaths. And then again, slowly just roll up, restacking, and then head back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Arms out in front. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Rest the arms down. Stretching that spine. 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Unroll, stacking nicely. Shoulders back into place before we lift our head. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, reach. 3 deep breaths. Okay, so from here, Instead of rolling back up, we're going to take our right arm up and we're going to open up. Excellent. Inhale back down. Exhale, open up the arm on the other side. So we're leaning forward here. Inhale back. You've been working at a desk more than you would normally, or if you're sitting at a kitchen table or a makeshift desk of sort, you might have noticed your posture's not as good as it once was. Certainly these stretches will really, really help. Excellent. We're going to roll back up. Excellent. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to turn to face you so you can see. I want you to take your legs that little bit wider now, okay? Not so that you're like, ooh, okay, but quite wide. Now we're going to do an overhead stretch, but instead of taking our arm up, we're going to actually place our hands behind our head. So just to the base of the skull, hands underneath, thumbs supporting. Okay, I'm going to take a breath in. And we're going to exhale and we're going to feel a stretch down this side here, okay? So we're just taking the arms out of it for today. Inhale to center, sitting nice and tall. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Excellent, and back. Okay. Bring those legs a little bit back to normal hip width, or you can cross the knees if you want. Okay, we're just going to go into a little bit of a torso twist. So remember, this is a rotation of your upper spine. So you don't want to be shifting in your seated position. Okay, so place your hands into the prayer position. Fingertips underneath chin. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to exhale round. So I'm just coming just past the knee. Okay, that's it. Inhale to center, exhale around. Any further than that, and my bottom would be shifting in the seat. So we don't want that. That's it. Let's do one more on each side. Excellent. Back to center and relax down. Okay, we're going to go into a lying position on our back. Okay, you can bend the knees to start. Okay, so taking a breath in, we're going to lift one leg up. Okay, now you need to have this leg straight. So if your leg can't get this far and be straight, but it can be here, then that's absolutely fine. That's just your range of motion for your hamstring. If it's here but it's bent, that's not going to help with our stretch, okay? So either if you've got that belt or you've got that band, wrap it around your foot. If not, just place your hands on the back of the thighs, avoiding the pocket of the knee. We're going to inhale, exhale. I'm going to bring that leg towards, keeping it nice and straight. And I just want you to flex and point the feet. So we're just bringing the calves into it just a little bit here, all right? But also deepen that stretch in the hamstrings. That's it. And then I want you to just do a little bit of outwards rotation of the ankles. And then change direction. Okay. And then from here, we're going to lengthen that bottom leg out, okay? So really pushing this hamstring, keeping it tight. Take a breath in. Exhale, try and encourage it towards you, keeping this leg straight. We're not locking the knee out though, remember that. We're trying to keep this leg nice and straight. Okay, now bend this leg and hug it into you. Now keeping the base of your spine on the mat here, all right? So we're not pulling the bum up off the floor. The idea is to get a bit of a stretch in the bottom, but keeping the back nice and strong. So your core should be switched on here. Stop this. Then we're just going to bring this knee across towards the opposite shoulder. So now feel a nice stretch down the side here. Excellent. Then bringing it back. And then we're going to switch sides. Okay, so bending both legs and then lengthening the opposite leg. Okay, keeping that spine nice and flat on the floor. Bring your hands up or use your strap if needs be around your foot. And again, we're just going to start with flexing and pointing the feet. So we're just bringing the calf into it just a little bit as well. Getting a nice stretch there. And then rotating the ankle. Getting any cracks and pops like me, it's normal. It's normally just trapped hair, okay? As long as it's not painful, it's absolutely fine. Switch direction. Okay, couple more flex and point. Okay, and then we're going to slide that bottom leg out and just deepen this stretch here. Excellent. Inhale, exhale. As we exhale, we just encourage the leg towards us a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, deepen that stretch. Don't force it. If it's really tight, just enjoy the stretch, okay? Inhale, exhale. Now we're going to bring that knee in towards us again, keeping the base of that spine on our bottom on the mat, and we're just going to bring that knee in towards us. Okay. Now when you're ready, we're going to bring that knee over towards our right shoulder, or the opposite shoulder to whichever one you're doing. And then bringing it back down. Okay, we're going to do another one for the glutes. So we're just going to bring both knees up, and then I'm going to take one leg and place it, the ankle on the opposite side. Avoid the knee joint, and then you can just interlink between. Okay, lie back down, pull it up towards you, and then I want you to just kind of move this knee, okay, this one here, away from you. So just push it away from you, and it's just going to deepen that stretch. Okay, place it back down, switching sides. So bringing it across, come through. Again, you can use your belt or whatever you've got to help you if you need to, if you can't quite reach. And then again, just push that knee of the bent leg across. You push it away from you just to deepen that stretch. Okay, and then bringing it back down. Okay, we're going to take the arms out away from us. I want you to put your knees and your feet together. And we're going to drop our knees in one direction, and our head is going to go in the opposite direction. And just let them hold there. Now, don't worry if you can't get your knees to the floor. That's not the point. Just make sure that your shoulder blades are not coming up off the floor. So your upper back stays down, okay? Inhale to center, exhale over to the other side. Inhale to center, one more over to the other side on this side. Inhale to center, exhale over. And then inhale. Okay, now if you can, bring both knees in towards your chest. If not, just do one. And I just want you to do a little bit of rocking left to right. Now this will just hit those pressure points on the lower back, okay? Can help release any tension in the hamstrings and the glutes, the lower back. All right. got you. Excellent. Okay. We're going to roll over onto our side now, making sure, all right, that you've got a support for your head, so you're not letting your head drop down, you're not pushing your head up. Okay, so either use your arms straight out in front of you or use a cushion. All right, we're just going to do a little bit of a quad stretch, so front of the thigh. So I just want you to grab your ankle or your foot. Again, use your strap, your belt or whatever if needs be. And I just want you to pull that away from, like, so you're pulling your foot towards you, so you're deepening the stretch in the front of the thigh. Excellent, bringing it down, slowly pushing yourself up and switching sides, or you can just roll over if you need to. So again, just find that position, grab your ankle, and then just pull that foot towards your bottom as close as you can, and then just feel that stretch down the front of the leg. Excellent. Okay, now come onto your back, and I just want you to take a nice stretch, full body, so arms and legs, so arms going up above your head. And imagine somebody's pulling you at the ankles and somebody is pulling you at the wrist, and you just get a nice full body stretch. Float the arms back down. Do one more. Inhale. Exhale, float it up and away. Feeling that stretch. Inhale, exhale, float it back down. Excellent. And then just from there, slowly roll onto your side. Come to a seated position. Okay, and one last thing we're going to do is we're just going to do our mermaid. So if you can sit in pretzel, so that's one leg going behind you and one leg coming out and across, okay? We're just going to do mermaid just a little bit. Inhale, exhale, reach over. Inhale, and we're going to go over the other side. Now if you can't sit in pretzel, okay, just sit with your legs straight out in front of you or crossed in front of you, okay? The stretch will probably then feel the same on both sides, but don't worry about that. We're going to switch here. Reaching over, exhale over, inhale, exhale. Really reaching up and away, inhale. Definitely tighter on my right side. Just little things like that just to take a wave with you. Excellent, and back to the centre. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed that.